In a world where game queues are long, three idiots will babble on about nothing for your enjoyment. Will they be able to keep you from falling asleep? Probably not, but you're gonna listen anyways. This is The Waiting Queue. So hello and welcome to The Waiting Queue podcast for 2/16/15. I am here with Buttkiss and Cross Knights. And,
also known as Butts the Sequel.
Exactly, and we're here to keep you up for the next hour and hopefully try to make you not fall asleep, but probably gonna have you fall asleep.
Good luck with that. I don't even know if I can achieve that for myself.
Yeah, I mean, Cross will go through the struggle with you.
Glucose.
Well, if Cross falls asleep, we can just yell at him.
Oh.
Unless
yeah.
he takes his headphones off. Cross, just don't take your headphones off. You'll be
okay.
Fine. It'll be good. It'll all be good.
I'm awake. Awake.
So yeah, it's been a while since we've had you on the podcast here, Buttkiss. How have you been since the last time?
What are you talking about? I've been here the entire time, done every podcast.
What about last week? Have you been here last week?
Yes.
Ah, it was a trick question. There was no podcast last week.
It was a trick.
There didn't have to be one. I live here.
Oh, that's sad.
I'm sorry.
Must be a horrible existence.
How's
it
collage?
Really isn't. I just piggyback on some of Nero's internet searches, and that provides me with some pretty decent neural stimulation. It still doesn't help me with pronouncing words, though.
It's just die tonight and neurologist forums.
How's collage? How's collage?
Collage?
Collage.
Oh, college. Okay.
Yeah, the French pronounce it college.
Ah. Pretty good. Although anatomy and physiology is starting to kick my ass.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you going to college for?
2 years associates. I just don't really know what I want to do yet.
Oh.
That'll probably change.
Or it might not,
stupid.
You know.
If it doesn't change, I'll just go into, menial labor.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh my god, Nero guy's alive. I thought he turned into a rabbit because he wasn't in like the last 3 podcasts.
He was probably too busy doing die tonight jumps.
Does anyone play die tonight anymore?
I think Nero does. So.
Oh.
And, yeah. We can talk about die tonight for another 15 minutes like we did last week.
And
then we can go on to talk about the back history of YouTube and all the shit that goes into the technical side.
That was a great podcast, I'm assuming.
Oh, it was alright, but we've had worse. Definitely had worse.
Was one of them when I decided to start my new singing career?
Almost certainly.
No.
Because I have a new song.
Oh, really?
Was one of them the time Daglus crashed the podcast because you guys weren't smart enough to drop me out of the call?
Oh, shit.
I was actually going to suggest that we make a new call, but I figured the deck would have the oh, for God's sakes. Well played, Chicken. No, don't.
Here, I can just do this. There we go.
That's better.
I think I was going to do that, but then
I can kick him.
Yeah.
Does this mean that I can kick him on the waiting queue again?
No. You don't even have the power to do that.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I can even look at the chat for reasons unknown yet.
Well, the using in is still alive. That's surprising. I guess it's not that surprising.
How many original members are in there?
It's got to be like -3.
Neuro is still there, so there's that at least. Dead Cells, that looks interesting. I might jump back into a Motion Twin game once that comes out, but I mentioned that last week, so...
I hate Motion Twin and the Motion Triplet. Never.
So many social
Yeah.
games. So many social games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about you, Cross? How have you been?
I am insomniaing to the extreme, and that's an issue.
You can just get all the
Also-
sleeping pills and just gain 30 pounds and get sleep apnea again.
Today I might look into some sleeping something because it's getting serious. Like this is becoming a problem. It's been like 2
Good luck
months.
finding anything other than melatonin in Arizona.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Why?
Then again,
Melatonin's
melatonin might
weird.
work. Yeah, never mind.
Wait, is
You
melatonin
tried
over
it.
the counter? I thought you needed a prescription for that.
Well, no, it's over the counter.
Oh,
I
fair
tried 3
enough.
bottles a day.
Well,
that's too much.
no wonder why you're not going so strong in collage. Because you're just
Collage.
downing all of the melatonin.
Hey, I have to, man. That class is so stimulating. I need to put myself to sleep.
Otherwise, it'd be bouncing around.
But of course.
Yeah, I've just been trying to work and worry about the fact that stupid Maker isn't paying me money for YouTube.
Make sure your dog doesn't puke anywhere else. And
Yeah, try to get him to stop eating all the fuzz off the carpet, which
I
doesn't
still
work.
don't know what
This
you mean
is-
by fuzz.
There's fuzz on the carpet. It's fuzzy.
I think I know what you mean. That's not
Picture
generally
a
a very
tennis
good
ball.
thing to have on your carpet, but
Yes. You know how tennis balls are fuzzy?
Mm-hmm.
I might recommend
Well-
you try vacuuming regularly.
We do. We do a thing called have a dog that eats our carpet, and he just vacuums for us.
It's
That's
like
why
a
we
goat.
got him.
Huh. You
Yes.
should use him to do the dishes as well. Cut down on the water bill.
We've done that sort of ish. Not really though.
And
You
then
still
you
put it
can
in
let
the
him
dish.
give you a shower as well. Cut down on more water bill.
that's gross. It'd be gross. It'd be gross for several reasons. Well, one reason.
Would it
No,
really, though?
It would smell like a
I'm
wet
not a
dog.
zombie. I'm a human. What?
But anyway,
Are you a real human being?
Yes, I'm a human being. I'm high in protein.
Can I plant you and then climb you into the sky?
oh my God,
No,
Buttkiss,
you'll be
Get a
killed by
golden
giants. I can't allow it. I'll be responsible for your stompy death.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of a Buttkiss.
That's good. How are
It
you
really
doing,
wasn't.
companion?
I'm doing all right. We've been fixing some, different various dents in the walls and stuff. It really sucks replacing drywall if you have to replace like a tiny little bit, because then you have to cut around the hole. You have to put in backboards, and you have to make sure there aren't wires there. Otherwise, the process just gets so much more tedious. It's just stupid. And then I've been trying to render out and upload some stuff, but I've been dealing with Windows Movie Maker issues. Because apparently if a file is going to be more than an hour long, I have to render it out in a less compressed format, and I have to re-render it in a more compressed format, so it doesn't make any sense. But
It makes perfect
If-
sense.
If drywall gets wet, is it just known as wall?
Cross, I'm getting real sick
What?
of your shit.
No, Cross. It's the same concept as dry ice. If dry ice
Oh.
gets wet, it just,
Turns into ice.
what
Yeah.
what does dry ice do when it gets wet?
I think it just
I'm assuming it explodes, and that's how snow is created.
Yep, there's just dry
You're
ice
actually
in the
right.
sky.
It does explode if you put it
Yeah.
into a pressurized container.
You'll learn that in
You
your
wanna
Earth
freak
Science
someone
college
out.
class.
Just put some
Yes.
dry ice into a water bottle, some water in there, screw that thing tight, and toss it into their yards.
If you get distilled
Uh,
water and you freeze it, then you can like do a certain, like it doesn't freeze completely, but when you take it out and hit it on something, it like freezes instantly. Have you ever done that?
No.
It's pretty cool.
Nor have I been arrested for making bombs.
Yeah. Cross.
What?
Look, the bomb-making
was-
charges are surprisingly light, and they let you out on payroll like Snap.
That was
Except I didn't
one
snap
point in my
first.
life that I've gotten over. No more bomb making or bomb setting off. It's fine.
Look, I had to make that callback from like 2 years ago.
That was a long time ago.
Look, I've gotten to the point where I no longer make bombs while sober. It only happens as a drunken mistake now.
I just black out, and when I come to, there's just like a bunch of children hospitals blown up around me. It's weird.
Oh God. That's certainly an odd coincidence.
Yeah, I know. It's. I guess I just have an affinity to going blown up children hospitals.
Oh,
Cube, you should try and like figure out when you're about to black out, because then you can go warn people.
For
Yo,
what?
I'm about to black out, and the hospitals are about to go boom.
Well,
yeah, plus you should really move on to regular hospitals. You gotta grow up sometime.
I'm a child at heart, so.
Fair enough. You eat children hearts.
Oh, but of course. They're the most tender. So,
I
anyway.
don't
Um,
really like
first-
children hearts. Children livers are pretty
Good.
good, which is ironic, because I don't normally like livers.
This is the livers.
So, did you guys have anything you wanted to talk about before we jump into the first, thing?
Yes, I like fried onions with my children livers, but if you're really hardcore, you just eat them raw.
Oh god,
I
I don't
pick
know how
me.
loud that's gonna be. I apologize
Pick
to
me.
anybody.
I'm raising my hand like a douche. Pick me.
Did the music pause?
What is it in your Buttkiss?
I don't want you to pick me. Cube asked if there was anything else.
Okay, yeah,
Cube,
Buttkiss, what do you want?
I have a question. Can I ask a question?
Well, you just did. Oh, damn.
You've used up your question. That was a good bad use of a question.
So is that a yes?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Is truck one of the topics?
Truck?
Chuck?
Yes. To one of those. Yeah, I didn't think
Chuck?
so. That's yes.
Like the
Let's say,
television series about the nerd that gets the computer downloaded into his head.
Yeah, I just recently
Chuck.
started watching it, and it's been pretty good. It's gotten
I've seen
better.
all but
better.
I've seen all but the last half of the last season because I think it should have ended a season before then. But whatever.
Well, I'm only into season 3 so far.
Cool. No, it's a good
They-
show. I'd
it's-
recommend checking it out.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Wow,
no,
I can't believe I wasted all that time to say nothing.
man, somebody asked if we could change your gender for a day, would we? I mean, if it was
Yes.
only for a day, I would totally become a
Yeah.
man. I mean,
Makes so many
a
points.
woman.
I'd like
I mean,
to
I'm
try
not-
it out.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how a hermaphrodite would swap genders, though.
I'm now more hermaphrodite.
Well,
Maybe you do swap genders and you don't know. It's possible.
My
Well, Scott.
vagina and my penis swap
okay,
places, guys.
Buttkiss, please. You're not Billy. Come on, man.
What? I think that's somewhat clever. A
All right,
hermaphrodite
moving
getting a
swiftly
gender
on
swap
from this
in their-
very, very horrible conversation.
and
Thank
then
you, by
their
the way, for the
sexual
question.
organs get swapped.
Thank you for the
Well,
question,
that's-
Blaze.
That makes sense.
So
Right?
our first topic is Fallout 4 might be announced at E3 because Bethesda, they historically they haven't really been a big fan of E3, and they've gone on record in multiple of their higher ups, I guess, have said that they don't really enjoy the E3 scene, and they think it's not really worth the time. But now, they're setting up a pretty big showcase for, like, a 1-hour time slot before, like, on Sunday, before even Microsoft sets up their show, so... I mean,
Maybe
yeah.
they're going to release a remastered Fallout 2.
That would be that would be great. Just
That
an hour
actually-
of that.
That could actually be pretty crazy.
Yeah, that would be.
That'd be a weird move, but
Yeah.
Yeah, so that 1-hour time slot is most likely gonna have some big game released. It might not be Fallout 4, but it also has a good chance of being Fallout 4.
what if they're just gonna come and bash E3? Like their booth is just to bash E3. They set up an entire thing.
The
be awesome.
pre-E3 bash conference.
Mhm.
That'd be amazing. But yeah, it could be
Very
Fallout
great.
4, or it could be the Elder Scrolls Online DLC / console release thing.
Mm.
Because, you know, they still have to support that game, and they might try to make that somewhat good. And it could also be Dishonored 2, which a lot of people are actually hoping for, because apparently Dishonored 1 was fantastic, and I need to play that game.
Mm.
And they could also...
Oh, that's the game where you have... It's the stealth game where you have, like, the superpowers, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's kind of like Thief, except more action-oriented, and not as
Okay.
heavily on stealth.
Yeah, I've heard that was good.
Yeah, I need to play that. It was like $5 at one point. I skipped on it, and now I regret it. Or Doom. Doom is also another IP that they could announce, because they've been teasing that every now and then. Or they could announce multiple things for their first showing up at E3. So,
Hmm.
you never
Again,
know.
I hope it's an E3 bashing booth at E3. That's my hope.
I mean, that's a possibility. It probably isn't going to be, but...
It'd be the greatest thing ever.
Well, that is one of
We don't
8
make games
very
anymore.
real possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
We don't make games anymore. We just saved up a shit ton of money so that we could do this every single year, just bashing on E3 before E3 started up.
You probably want to be invited back. Oh well.
No,
Well, they
bought
got to make that
E3.
first one count.
Yeah, they bought E3, so I mean they're good.
I hope they have Booth Bros. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I really hope they announce Fallout 4 though, or something to do with Fallout. Maybe a Fallout MMO. I highly doubt it, but
Oh, that. I hope it's not that. It'd be
I
terrible.
highly doubt it, especially since the Elder Scrolls Online is still a thing. Maybe after that game dies out, but
It hasn't died out yet.
no. Well, I mean it's slowly dying, and they did switch to a buy-to-play instead of subscription-based model.
I think the last successful MMO has been like Guild Wars 2. I feel like it's the only one in the last several years
That's
that's
because-
panned out at all.
Yeah, and that's because they went with the initial buy-to-play. They didn't do the whole subscription-based bullshit because they knew it wasn't going to work anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, WildStar
Yeah,
tried it,
and-
and that fell on its face. Elder Scrolls Online tried it, that fell on its face. So,
Mhm.
Although, in all fairness, Guild Wars had something... They kind of had something unfair on everything else.
Which
They
was-
had the most adorable creatures ever.
what do you mean? Oh God, no! The bleep
Cirrus.
bloops. Oh, okay.
No. No. The bleep bloops are kind of like baby seals. You can't go a day without wanting to bash one in the head.
Jesus,
Or club
Wait a
one.
second.
what is wrong with you today, Buttkiss? I almost called you Billy because, damn.
Well, I didn't want to mention this earlier, but Cross isn't the only one who's running on sleep deprivation right now.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
In some weird twist of fate, Companion's the only one who slept.
I think it would be weirder if me and Buttkiss were the only ones who were tired and you were fine.
That's true.
That is true. When has that ever happened?
Never.
When have you been the only one fine compared to tired people? What?
Yeah,
That wasn't
yeah.
grammar.
At least you reflected upon it. What were we talking about? We were talking about Fallout 4. Yeah, but I don't know. We're gonna have to wait till E3, and that doesn't come until like March, I think. Unfortunately, so you know they might tease something before that and maybe say what's going on. But historically, in the past, apparently, from what I read on an article somewhere, and this could be false, but according to that article, they actually lied during the last time they released a big title. They lied before the event. They're like, no, we're not going to announce that big title. And then they announced it at the event that they said they weren't going to announce it at, so. You never know what the hell's going on with them.
We said that we wouldn't zig, and then we zagged. Actually, we zigged.
And then we zagged after we zigged. But they didn't see us
no one ever saw it.
zigging after we zagged because we told them we wouldn't zig. And then we zagged.
Damn, dude.
Yep.
Damn, dude. But yeah, that could be interesting. And then, real quick, we can talk about the Payday 2 fundraiser / Kickstarter-esque type thing. They aren't on Kickstarter. They're let me rephrase this. The guys who made Payday 2, Overkill, they're doing a sort of fundraiser-esque type thing, but it's not a fundraiser thing. It's a kind of a Kickstarter too. It's made out of complete stretch goals, and if you buy a copy of Payday 2, one of the new DLCs or something, then they add what they call hype fuel to the hype train.
The hype train has no brakes. Whoop whoop.
Yeah, here, I'll actually link it there so you guys can see what the hell I'm talking about. And basically, it's basically just a bunch of stretch goals, and the more gallons of hype fuel they get, the further the train goes down the track. And there's a bunch of markers of the different, tiers of what they get. So, the first one was the side jobs feature at 200,000 gallons. The second one, SWAT van turret enemy at 400,000. Then the Butcher mod pack, 500,000. Heist updates at 700,000. And this will be going on for 24 days. And, I mean, the more markers we reach, the more content that we get in Payday 2. So, I beat Neuro!
Yep.
I beat Neuro!
Good job. You only had a 30-second head start.
Hey.
That's impressive.
That's true.
I'm Justin fan. What? I tried to post a link to our Payday video that I haven't posted yet, but it says I'm Justin fan 80206.
Justin fan?
Yeah.
Is that your girlfriend's Twitch?
No, I guess it's if you're a guest, it posts as Justin fan numbers.
Oh, I don't
So
see
that's
it.
weird.
What did you type?
Yeah,
hype,
I
hype?
don't think. I bet no one. I bet no one sees it except other Justin fans, or maybe no one.
Oh.
That was weird.
But yeah, one of the things that I'm excited for is the Bonnie character pack in Cross. You might want to see this too.
Okay.
Because the Bonnie character looks quite similar to another one, and if I could find the actual character image here, hopefully this doesn't screw up the thing. But
The everything.
I want you to look at this and tell me who this reminds you of on a certain television show. All right.
Where are you gonna? I hope it's Nan. Please tell me it's Nan.
No, it's not.
You get to play as Nan. Do you know how amazing that would be? Oh, I want to be Nan.
Hey, it
from
is
American
Nan.
History.
You don't even know what Nan looks like. Shut up.
But I can look it up. Or better yet, Neuro can look it up for me.
Are you thinking it's the Russian lady from Orange is the New Black?
Yeah, that bully type chick.
Oh,
I don't remember her
what's
name.
the name of the butch? Orange is the New Black.
The kitchen person is red, but that's not the character.
Isn't her name like Babe or something? Or
It's something. I'm not sure.
okay, but yeah, no, you're right. That yeah.
Yeah, that's a very similar likeness, and I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose.
Mm.
Yeah.
Orange is the New Black is a great show, by the way, and everyone should watch it.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, all 2
Yeah.
seasons, so if you haven't seen it...
I mean,
oh my
unless
good
you
lord.
don't like really
is a
good
long
characters
link.
and lesbians. You know.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, is right.
Yeah. Anyway,
So,
So if you want to support the Hype Train event, the first pack gives you, like, for $5, you get a minigun, an RPG, and something else, like minigun mods, I think. And then some new achievements and I think a new mask or something for $5. Or you can spend $20 to support the devs, and you get 4 masks and 1 special mask, or 1 cosmetic item to use. And that's $20, but that's mainly if you want to support the dev team. And that $5 pack also comes with an escape van, like, skin, apparently. So, that's pretty cool. And all that gives hype fuel to the Hype Train, so we can get more stuff. I'm going to make an estimate that we're going to reach at least number 4. We might reach number 5, but I doubt we're going to reach 8.
Have you given fuel to the Hype Train?
I have. I bought the $20 pack. Because I love this company, and I kind of want to support them.
Fair enough.
I might buy the $5 pack as well, because that has some stuff that the $20 pack doesn't, for some reason. Yeah. I don't know, we might reach the Bonnie character pack, but that's at 1,200,000 gallons of hype fuel, and we don't even have half of that. So...
And yes, it says Cross Knights LP now because I signed in and reposted the link. But that's a link of me and Companion playing the first Payday, which was recorded last night. I don't know when I'm going to actually release it, but I figured I'd just put it in the podcast.
Well, look at that. Well, everybody on the podcast gets early access. Now you have to pay all of the money for a shitty unfinished product.
It's finished.
Hey, since I, can't look at the chat or the stream, can you maybe post that here too?
Hey,
buddy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention that. Yeah, me and Cross played the original Payday. It went
something that we were planning to do like a year ago, but I kept on not having it installed.
Well, now you can uninstall it again.
Well, I don't know. I think we could do another round.
Yeah, we should probably get somebody else to play it, as well.
Yeah, maybe Buttkiss.
Oh my god.
Well, I said I'd never play Payday 2 again.
That's true.
Never said anything about the game they already finished.
What do you mean? Payday 2 isn't in beta? Oh, yeah, it probably is. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that Payday 2 thing. If you want to support Payday 2 and go through like a Kickstarter type thing, then you got that. But
cool.
So, you wanted to mention something, Cross, or?
I don't think I've played too much. I don't remember if I mentioned Freedom Planet last podcast. Do you remember mentioning that?
I think you did.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's play it eventually. It's basically, it's influenced by Sonic the Hedgehog, but I feel like it actually controls better than the regular Sonic the Hedgehog. And I just need to beat it. That's the only reason I haven't posted it. It's just, it has these really, really long scenes that I don't care about. So, and if I leave them in the video, it's going to be mostly these weird voice-acted cutscenes by these animal friends, so I have to figure out... Similar to how, like, Dust was, but not as bad as Dust.
Did you already do a demo on this one? It sounds familiar.
Yes. I did a demo of it before it came out, and then Kenobi bought it for me about a week or 2 ago.
Huh. Alright.
So it should be cool. Yeah. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah, also I beat Assassin's Creed 2, but that doesn't mean it's going to take a little while for me to record the entire thing, but I'm doing pretty well on that.
Yeah, I don't think I've played Assassin's Creed 2 since the last podcast, which I really have to get back into that, but I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 2. I've just been trying to finish that game. I bought it when it first came out, actually, and here's a kind of funny story. My friend and I were really hyped up for Borderlands 2. This is before it came out, and we're like, oh my god, dude, we played Borderlands 1 together, we had a lot of fun, and we should definitely play number 2. And at the time, he got a brand new laptop. So then, he wasn't really into PC gaming, but he was just starting to get into it. And I was like, okay, I'll buy it on PC, you buy it on PC as well, and then we can both play it. And he's like, yeah, I don't want to play it on PC, just get it on Xbox, because I don't really like gaming on the PC. And I'm like, okay. So then launch day comes around, and I pick up my copy of the game at GameStop. I come home and I call him up, I'm like, hey dude, hop on Xbox and let's play the game. And he's like, oh yeah, wait, I bought it on PC. And I'm like, what? Why would you do that? You told me to buy it on 360. So then I was sitting there just playing 360. And,
Why would you do
well-
that? Didn't you have the receipt? Or did you already open it?
I already opened it.
Oh.
Yeah. But, you know. And then playing the game solo, it really isn't as fun as it is co-op. Not nearly as fun.
Yeah, this game seems kind of grindy to me.
Oh, it's pretty it reminds me a lot of MMOs, because you get into those situations where you do a couple side quests and then you get into like a hub area, and then you just get like maybe 10 side quests at a time.
Mhm.
And then your quest log just fills up, so that's basically what it's like.
Yeah.
And then the story is alright, but again, the gunplay is pretty butt at times. Probably not going to play any of the other games.
Wait a second. That's the one where you can pull your magazine out of your gun and throw it at things, right?
No, reloading is you throw your gun at enemies. Like certain weapons, the Tediore weapon manufacturer, most of their weapons explode when you reload. And they do more damage based on how much ammo was in the clip. So instead of reloading, you just throw your gun at them and it explodes. It's great.
Still good.
Yeah. It's alright. But the first game aged pretty poorly, so. That and Borderlands 2. Anything else that you guys have been playing, or other than just Assassin's Creed?
I've been
Just
playing some
Assassin's-
Faster Than Light again lately.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
And you know how you guys have that one strategy of taking out the in-shipped, where you get the crew teleporter and just take out all their weapons and do it like that?
Yeah.
I have horrible luck when it comes to getting the crew teleporter, so all of my most successful runs turn into a giant pissing contest with a big powerful flagship in the end.
Yeah, the true teleporter is really useful, but it is risky. Like, a lot can go wrong in away missions. Like, if you're not paying attention, you can blow up your own crew, and it's a big mess a lot of the time, but I love it.
I like the pausing thing. That helps out so much. If they didn't have that in the game, I probably would have never beaten it.
Oh, yeah, definitely
Well,
not.
if they didn't have pausing, you wouldn't be able to use multiple weapons at once,
That's true.
or at the exact same time.
Unless if you could, like,
Coordination.
key them up and macro them together or something. That would be cool. There's probably
Yeah.
a mod for that, to be honest.
Yeah, huh.
There are a lot of really good mods for that game.
You could probably
And
make an
some
entire
bad-
series cross on that mod, just the mods alone.
Yeah, I played one mod that was pretty cool. Called the thing is, it basically changed the story at the beginning. Like, you got to pick all these different weapons that didn't exist in the game. But then that was the only part of, like, there was no more story. Like, once you played the game, nothing else changed. It was a bit disappointing. There was no, like, end credits difference or anything. But I don't know. I liked it. It's called, like, Into Darkness, I think. I did a video on it if people want to look at it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good mods out there.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that actually. You had this one super overpowered weapon. It was like a missile, except it didn't take a
Yeah.
missile and lit everything on
Yeah.
fire. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And
that
I think
sounds- that
I
sounds
think it let you
familiar.
use a crystal. Like, that's the only time I've ever had a crystal crew member, because you got to pick one at the beginning.
Oh, I wound up unlocking the crystal ship.
What?
Are
I
you
don't
kidding me?
really-
Are you Jesus?
No, they just let me have it for beating the flagship with the
Oh,
ship you get for beating the flagship to begin with. Whatever that one's called.
Oh, that's right. They made it easier to get it.
goddamn! Before it was just so random.
Yeah. It was completely ridiculous.
You had to,
needed,
like-
oh god, never.
You had to like go to
It's
one
impossible.
sector and get this one thing. Like you have to
Mhm.
find a pod, and then you have to go to another sector and have scientists study it. But if you
Yeah.
have to have the
You needed to
systems
find.
in this correct
You had to
order.
find the pod. You needed to do the sleep study. Then you needed to go to the rock homeworld. Then you needed to find a certain event in the rock homeworld. And then you needed to beat this certain thing once you did that event.
There's so many things that could screw you over, though. First of all, you might not find it in the events. Second of all, the events might be out of order in the systems because the systems are random.
Mm.
And third of all, you might just die. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's a lot of playthroughs without the rock homeworld, like it,
yeah,
or the sleep event. Like, ugh. It's terrible.
they should have a hard mode in that game where you can't pause it.
Oh, that'd be terrible. That's not.
They do
Not how they
have a
should
hard
do it.
mode. And if you're insane enough, you don't have to pause it.
It's
If you
true.
get- if
Yeah,
you-
you could just implement that for yourself, companion, making no pause run.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
How about no?
artificial difficulty.
it
Polar
took me
relic.
long enough to beat the goddamn game just in normal difficulty by myself. Like, that was insane. It took me about a year and a half or two after the game came out for me to actually beat the game. And everybody I knew beforehand was beating it while I was trying to beat it.
I've beaten that game like 30 times.
Cross, you suck.
Yeah.
I've beaten it once.
Oh, hey, I beat it before you.
You did.
Even though I didn't get the game until way late.
Yeah, that's story of my
Hey, I
entire
beat it while I was
afterlife.
talking to you guys.
I remember that.
These are good memories.
Goddamn. But if you guys want to see some FTL competitive, Relicti actually did a like 3 or 4 video series of me, Cross, and him doing FTL, and we like synced up when we started, and we went through. To
Wait,
see
he
who
actually
could-
posted those?
Oh, he posted those a while ago.
Though he takes like a year to post videos sometimes, like not exaggerating, like literally a year.
That Wesnoth stuff, that was Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, you were like 15 when we
Hey.
started that, and 18 when we finished it.
That was great.
I think he actually tried to get me in on that before I was playing on Steam.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's something. We could have known you for so much more longer, Buttkiss.
No, not really.
Before you
I
even
got to know
started.
you guys pretty much immediately.
Well, what do you think of us?
Frankly, you seem kind of like internet sluts. It only took one night, and we spent the entire night together.
Wow, we are.
Yep.
But yeah,
I guess that means that I'm a playboy.
Fair
'Cause,
enough.
oh, there was something I wanted to mention regarding the Wade and Q podcast that I forgot to mention last podcast. It's to do with the Wade and Q audio files. So, like, the few of you who actually listen to the Wade and Q podcast via MP3s or something, the few of you that actually know, I used to convert the audio files from the VODs on YouTube into audio files, and then I would upload them to MediaFire.com. I'm going to. Well, I already stopped doing that, but I just want to let everybody know that I am discontinuing doing that. If you want to listen to the MP3 files, I suggest finding a video downloader / converter on the internet somewhere and just doing it like that and trying to figure that out by yourself, because they were getting maybe 1 or 2 downloads, but most of the time they got 0. So I was just like, it's really just not. It takes a lot of time to convert it and then upload it, especially with my poopy internet. So,
Yeah.
and I recommended using FreeMake video downloader / converter to people on my update video that I made, And I recommend stop using that because they recently started asking for your YouTube username and password. And I have no idea why they ask for that, but you can't download anything anymore, so...
That's really suspicious.
I mean, I don't know if it probably steals your stuff, so just be cautious about that and don't input your stuff. Yeah. But there's plenty of other things out there. If you did some searching around, just make sure you don't get a virus or anything, and make sure that it's confirmed via other people on the internet, and you should be fine. But I want to mention that before I forgot again, so...
Are you going to talk about the Agent 47 movie? Is that what I'm to glean from your title?
What?
All of the video game movies?
Oh, yeah. There's apparently a lot of video game movies coming out. We talked about Dead Rising, like, on the last podcast, or the podcast before that, and I'm not actually sure if that's out yet. Is it? Probably not. But,
See, now, are these ones that are actually coming out, or just ones that are proposed? Because a lot of time video game movies get proposed, and then they never come out.
Well, one of them, titled Halo Nightfall, already has a release date announced and a, trailer out, so... Oh, it's a TV series! Holy shit, it's not actually a movie. Halo Nightfall TV series.
Ah. That actually sounds like it has much more potential.
Yeah, that should be alright. Apparently it takes place before Halo 5 and I think after Halo 4. And that should air on... Wait a second. It says 11th of November 2014.
What?
Well,
Has it
Did it
been
already
I
come out?
guess we know what didn't make the cut. It's kind of a shame. I was already looking forward to all of the Red vs. Blue references they'd be making.
That probably requires further research, because...
Yeah, I know, I'm just really confused right now.
About it.
And there's articles online from CNET, IGN.com, GameSpot about this Halo Nightfall film release date announced. Oh, maybe it's a movie tie-in to the TV show. That would make sense. Maybe. Yeah. I'm not
I
sure.
thought you were going to talk about Agent 47.
Oh, is that coming out?
Yeah, and alright, I have to say, I actually did like the first Hitman movie. It wasn't a great movie, but a lot of people said it had nothing to do with the games and they didn't understand it, but that's just because he used a lot of forwarded tactics, murdering a ton of people, doesn't mean it didn't know what the game was about, because that's always an option in Hitman. He was stealthy in the movie too, but the purpose of Hitman is that if things go wrong, he can take out an entire SWAT team by himself. And there were little nods to the game. I didn't like the character of Agent 47. I feel was botched a little bit and was dumb. And he didn't look anything like Agent 47, except that he was kind of bald, and he wasn't a clone. He had sympathy for this woman that I feel he would have just murdered and not cared about the actual character. But looking at Agent 47, it seems like he is a clone, so it's actually following the storyline a little bit closer.
I don't think he was a clone in the movie.
He wasn't. He was not a clone. He was just an assassin. They were all just assassins.
Oh, you mean
that's
the new
why
movie.
all the other
Sorry.
assassins looked nothing like him.
Sorry, I thought you meant the old movie. I didn't realize you were referencing the new one.
Oh no, the old movie, he was definitely not a clone. They changed it, and I feel like they just did that so they wouldn't have to use CG to make a whole bunch of him.
But in the new one, they're actually making him a fucking clone, isn't he?
Yes, and it follows the storyline. Agent 47 is superhuman. He has super strength. He has the criminal mastermind genius of 4 of the best criminals on Earth. All of that looks like it's in the new movie. And he actually looks like 47, so that's another thing that's cool. Was it really hard to find, a thin, bald, white guy?
I'm pretty sure the voice actor for Agent 47 actually looked a lot like Agent 47, I'm pretty sure.
The character of Agent 47 was literally modeled after the voice actor.
Yeah, so why didn't they just use the freaking voice actor in the movie?
I've heard two different stories. One was that he didn't want to. One was that he did want to, and they're like, no, we're going to use a young buff guy.
The latter is probably true.
Yeah, which is dumb, because he would have sounded exactly like Agent 47 and would have been amazing.
Yeah. What were you saying before?
Before when? What?
Yeah, I thought they were going to mention something, but...
Oh, I don't know. I think the movie looks pretty promising. I'm not going to get my hopes up because it is a video game movie. But, I don't know. It looks cool. And I do love me some Hitman.
Oh, man.
But was that... What other video game movies are coming out?
There was also an Assassin's Creed movie announced.
Well, who's the assassin they're going to focus on?
I have absolutely no idea. I didn't do too much research, but according to this article, they're casting Oscar-winning actress Marion Cotillard in the movie, probably as the love interest type of thing.
There shouldn't be a love interest, damn it.
Yeah, they should just make it about stabbing things.
Yeah, stabbing old Italian men or old Roman men. I forget where the first one takes place.
Oh my god. Apparently Ubisoft is working on 5 other game-based movies at the moment as well. Far Cry, Rabbids, Watch
Uncharted.
Dogs, fucking Watch Dogs, Splinter Cell, and Ghost Recon. Damn.
Ghost Recon.
Yeah. I don't know why they would do Watch Dogs. Why would they do Watch Dogs?
What's the story of Watch Dogs?
It doesn't really have a story. It's like, I'm a hacker, and I have to get revenge for my family. And
Well, I suppose that means that they have a lot of leniency for a story.
that's true. One of the funniest quotes that I think from the developer, or from Ubisoft when Watch Dogs was coming out, they're like, Adrian Pierce will be remembered for his iconic baseball cap. And it was just a gray baseball cap with, like, a shitty logo on it. There's nothing iconic about that character. He is so bland.
I always get Watch Dogs and Sleeping Dogs confused because they were talked about around the same time.
Isn't Sleeping Dogs an actual good game, though?
I think Sleeping Dogs is a game where you're a cop who's a double agent and acts as the gang, so you have to commit crimes and also catch them. Like, it probably is a good game.
Yeah, I think I remember
what?
SSOHPKC doing a playthrough on that. I don't think you finished it, though.
I seem to remember that one having pretty cool-looking gameplay mechanics.
It looked like GTA,
Yeah.
except in the
mechanics, but
Yakuza family type thing. So
Yeah, the combat kind of reminded me of the Path of Neo game, though I never played it, so I don't know if that's accurate.
probably not as Matrixy as the Path of Neo, at the very least.
No. That game has, like, my favorite fighting system ever. No game has made anything as cool as it.
It has my favorite difficulty system ever.
Well,
Just launch up the game and they instantly start fighting you, and depending on how far you get, that's how hard the game will be.
Oh, yes. The first time I ever played it, I thought you were supposed to beat that part, and I went crazy. And then I went, fine, screw it. And it's like, you get normal difficulty. I'm like, oh, I wasn't supposed to win. Why didn't they tell me that? But yeah, that is really the coolest way to determine difficulty. It's like, we're going to give you a crazy test, and if you don't do well enough, then you have to play in easy mode. That's what you get for not being able to defeat a security guard who had no weapons.
wow, that would be depressing. You are the chosen one, but we're gonna, really give you a crutch. So
It's great, because it's like a security guard, then you fight a police officer with a gun, then you fight a riot squad, then you fight a rogue program who's just walking on the ceiling shooting Uzis at you, then you fight an agent, and then you fight Agent Smith. And if you beat Agent Smith, you get to play the hardest difficulty, but otherwise, no. Love it.
yeah. But Neuro Guy, you said that it shows those two movies as being in development. I wonder how many of those movies are actually going to make it through. Probably not a whole lot.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
I'm damn sure the Halo Nightfall is going to make it through. Maybe Assassin's Creed, but yeah. I want to look up if that Dead Rising movie actually came out. Well, we can also talk about, I read this, like, a couple days ago on my phone while I was on Dead Rising.
While you're pooping, go on.
While I was waiting for the bus. And apparently, Peter Molyneux. Have you guys ever played the movie, not the movie, sorry, the game Goddess?
No, but I've played.
Why would you
Spore?
wait
Did he
for
have
the
to do
bus
Spore?
while you were pooping?
Please. But, have you played that?
No, nor have I heard of
No.
Okay. Well, it was basically his, I think he said spiritual successor to Populous.
it.
And it plays a whole lot like Populous. And it was a game that they kickstarted, like, Peter Molyneux and his team set up a Kickstarter for it. And this was a while ago. And,
By the way, Peter Molyneux's nickname, in my opinion, is King of Lies.
yeah.
So I don't know if that's a context for what you're going to say.
Oh, pretty much, yeah.
Yup,
And,
he's the King of Lies.
The developing team behind it, on their forums, and they went on articles as well, and they stated, we're probably not going to be able to reach even half the goals that were set and reached on the Kickstarter, because we're just running out of money, and we just didn't... I think they said they didn't use their funds that great either. So, I mean, now people are ramming on Peter Molyneux and the team a little bit. Mostly Peter Molyneux because of his lies. And I think people
Yeah,
are just
that's what
getting...
you get for trusting the King of Lies.
Yeah. I think people are just getting
It's
fed
okay,
up with this shit.
we'll reimburse you with 1,000 Molyneux bucks that can be used to purchase
Nothing.
pictures of me, Peter Molyneux.
Whatever happened to that, like, cube thing, or whatever it was? One person got selected for a cube or something, and they could tell him... Like, they could tell the world what's in it, or they could keep it to themselves.
Oh,
You heard
I
about
have
that?
no idea. Are you talking about the game where you become like the king of the world or something?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Then I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's something about that.
But no, he had to do with Fable. Like, he told a bunch of lies about Fable. I thought he had something to do with Spore, but maybe not.
I saw a thing on Google Images when I searched up Peter Molyneux's name, and it was like a circle type thing. You know how like actions can repeat themselves, and it shows like a circle wheel. The first one was Peter Molyneux announcing a new game. The second one was him shitting on the old game, saying like, that was a horrible game, it was a flunk, we can do better. The third one was him hyping up the game a bit more. The fourth was release. And then it just went around to step one.
Yeah. He's the king of game hype that has no potential of actually living up to it ever. And anyone who believes anything that he says just kind of deserves to be fooled at this point.
Yep. And Goddess is almost certainly going to flop and fall on its face. So anybody who's hyped up for that, I feel bad for you. But that's
No one trusts that flim-flam man anymore.
Just never trust him. He's getting death threats to him and his family, which sucks in all contexts.
Well, people fucking... Like, I wish people just stop with the death threats.
It's the internet.
dorks.
Like, it sucks, but that's anonymity. I mean, people are going to be assholes if they are anonymous.
Whatever. Stupid nerds and their forks.
I disagree. Death threats is not... A death threat is not taking too far. You know...
Can you back that up with a Peter Molyneux-like speech?
Look, the old death threat was really a piece of poop and I could do better. But this next death threat, I guarantee you, it will be the best thing ever of all time. Now, give me $50 and I'll put all of it into this death threat.
This isn't just a death threat, it's a death promise.
Okay,
Yeah,
here's the death threat. I am going to kill you.
yeah, no, that was a good Peter. Yeah, that disappointed quite appropriately.
Huzzah!
Damn, you
There's 5 minutes left in the podcast, by the way.
Yeah. By the way, Dead Rising Watchtower is coming out on the 15th. I don't know the exact date. Oh, in theaters March 27th. Apparently it is coming to theaters. What the hell?
Oh.
They must have changed that, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, but what's going up on your channel, Buttkiss?
You know what? I'm just gonna go with don't and move along.
Fair enough.
What about you, Cross?
I guess we're not going to see that singing contest. On my channel, Assassin's Creed and Binding of Isaac, and a Payday video that maybe you guys will be able to see before anyone else. And Freedom Planet at some point. I had an urge to play Tale of Two Brothers, or whatever that game is called, because I bought that a long time ago, and I forgot until like a month ago that
Brothers,
I owned
Tale
it.
of Two Sons.
Yes. I also just realized that I was talking about this last night, I think. I own Hitman Absolution, and I've owned it for like a year. I should probably get around to playing that. But I don't know when that's going to happen. A lot of empty promises, but you'll definitely get some Assassin's Creed 2 and some Binding of Isaac. I can't account to when anything else is coming out.
Yeah.
What about you, Compian kid?
So, I hope you're sitting down, Cross, because I have an
It's
announcement
better
to
not be
make.
about Underhill.
I have finished Underhill.
Lies.
Finally.
Lies and slander. I've heard this before, Peter Molyneux.
I no longer have to play through Chapter 1. I am finished with that fucking game. Hell yeah, it feels so good. I started 9 months ago, and I'm done.
By the
It's
way,
great.
did you hear about the
Hey.
Underhill expansion that's coming out tomorrow?
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be chapter 1.5. Not even 2.
Oh my god.
Look, the old Underhill was crap. This new Underhill is going to blow your mind.
It has a real-world economic system. It has a relationships. But yeah. I'm so glad to be finished with Underhill. It was a great mod and probably the best I've ever played. But holy crap, did it take a long time. I wasn't expecting like maybe a 7-part series, 30 minutes each. Nope. 35 parts, or 39 if you add on to the house, and then each of them are like fucking 30 minutes each, so like a 17-hour long Let's Play.
No.
I've played like full-fledged games that are longer than that, I mean shorter than that, and poopier. It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also, I think my next solo Let's Play, to fill in that gap, would, is gonna have to be Legend of Grimrock.
I should really play that too one day, but I probably won't.
Yeah, I really want to play that. I was going to play it a couple of years ago, but then Daggala started playing it. And I was like, and I just didn't, so.
Yeah, I think you and me were actually in the game, too. You made us characters.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think I'm going to do that, too. You know, I can see how long I survive compared to him. Oh, man. Blaze, you might want to try to shorten those links before you post them, because those are pretty huge. Find a way to shorten those, or, yeah. But, other than that, I recorded some Nation Red with Relicti, and it's probably going to go up pretty soon here. I'm just ending off all of my Let's Plays. Like, I finished Fear 3 co-op with Relic, and I'm finishing Underhill, so now I'm scared about what I'm going to post next. And I don't know.
Look, I shortened it. I shortened it with my powers. All right, I'm sorry. Go on. What?
Now, like, 75% of the chat space is taken up by links. Like, Jesus Christ. What is
It's
happening?
because he posted the Google search code instead of clicking on the link and then posting that link. That's all that
I think
happened.
there's a view image button that you can click on. But yeah. Anyway. Probably wrap up the podcast here. If you want to go to any of our YouTubes, it is youtube.com/relicti. But other than that...
Also, remember, Drive Not Found exists, and I post videos like once a month on there. So if you want to see Rogue Legacy sometime in the future, or look at my last 2 Rogue Legacy streams, they're on Drive Not Found.
Are you gonna play that anytime soon, or...?
I hope to by the end of the month, but I can't say when.
Alright. But yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for joining me, Cross and Buttkiss. This has been the WinQ podcast for 2/16/15. And again, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.
Grazie.
Pasta la pasta.
Molto bene.
I should end the podcast.